someone turn their phone on and go to the Riverside, Iowa, and see if you can hear us?
Okay.
Dawn should be kicking in. Hey, Austin, can you hear us? If you can hear us, can you give us a thumbs up? All right, Dom, can you hear us yet?
He says,
okay, here we go. Awesome.
Oh, thank God.
All
For the love
right.
of God, we're back.
Thank you. We're back.
Oh, sorry about that, guys. I'm blaming.
It's the weather.
It's the weather.
It really is the weather. It's been doing nothing but causing havoc.
Really apologize for that. And we are having so many issues here. Since you guys didn't hear us the first time, every now and then we're going to have to turn the sound down on the board to vacuum up water. It's raining so much here and the snow's melting so much. We have water coming in. Dom, not nice. we have water coming into the studio. So every now and then we do have to vacuum up water. We apologize for that. We are not losing sound, hopefully. It's just that we have to turn it down. So how you guys been?
We've been doing great.
Good.
So what, let's go ahead. We're going to kind of jump a little fast right now, just in case. We want to let everybody know that's listening right now
Hey, Holly.
hi, Holly, that we've got a couple events coming up.
Yep.
Our first event that we'll be doing with Ghost Hunts USA will be the Missouri State Penitentiary. That's going to be in March 8th and 9th.
If you're going to be there, we'll be there.
And then on the 30th is one of our biggest events too. We're going to be at the Farrar School doing study hall with CNH Paranormal.
I didn't do well in study hall in school.
Well, hopefully this one will be great.
I wanted to sleep and they wouldn't let
But
me.
I know
You had
Dom
one job in study hall, Bill. Come on.
Oh, that's not fair.
Dom will actually post the link so you can actually go
Hi,
there.
Sheila.
Hey, Sheila.
Hey, Carrie.
See you soon.
Sheila will be with you. 2 weeks.
Yeah.
There's your study hall, I hope.
That is the study hall event that we're doing on March 30th. You can go on that link, get your tickets. Sheila, we miss you too. Can't wait to the 8th and 9th.
Yep.
Big hugs coming your way, honey.
You and all the rest of the girls.
Diana, what's going on?
So, but while we're talking about that event on the 30th, we decided that we're going to be doing a contest.
Dun, dun, dun.
It's going to be great.
So what we're going to do, and this is where Dom's going to help with it too.
Farrar School for the study hall, by the way. Farrar.
Yes. If you
Hi,
start,
Ronnie.
if you start sharing the link to the Farrar event on March 30th, we're going to start putting down your name. So every time you share it, you put down you shared it. And then next Saturday, we're actually going to draw a name.
Yep.
And we are giving out free R.I.P t-shirts. We'll send them to you. All you have to do is share the event. Now, if you share the event and someone tells us they've seen the event on your page and they bought some tickets, then we actually have a special surprise that we'll be sending you, a goodie bag. So we want your help by sharing all that.
This is the first, most of us have heard of this.
Surprise!
Including, there's 4 people sitting here and probably only 3 of us never knew about this.
Oh, well, hello, Carrie. Yes, we will be seeing you on the
Hey,
16th.
Carrie, hope everything's going okay right now.
Hopefully you're not flooding out like we are. I think it's going to be a moment. We're just going to have to turn down the volume for just a moment so we can suck up some of this water. And but we can still talk, put some questions up there. We'll still actually answer via typing, like text messaging.
So tonight is all about you guys. What questions do you have for us? We want to know what do you want to know about us? Go for it. Ask us any question. We'll either tell you the truth or lie to you.
All right.
Good luck.
Volume down.
Yeah.
Hold on. We'll be right
Volume
back.
down.
Go for it, Todd.
And we're back.
All right, so we did
Thank
have
you
a
so
couple.
much.
We had a question come in. The very first question was, why is Kelly and Jake so quiet? Great, nice grammar there.
Probably, if you notice, you can't see their hands. Well,
I'll keep my hands up here.
James,
Okay.
what's going
You can't see
on?
mine anyway. I gotta see.
Terry,
so again, like we were saying, we're trying to get this in. The more you share the link, your name will be put in a drawing. And we're actually going to add to that. There is another event that's going to happen on April 13th at the McInerney Villa. And if that is, that's going to be part of our contest too. So you share either one of those events, your name will go in there in a drawing. And like I said, if someone buys a ticket to either event that you have shared on your page, we actually have a great goodie basket that we'll be sending you.
Dom, you're part of the group. You can't do this.
And actually, what is your
the question is what is each of your craziest experience or scariest? Don't look at me. I'm not starting. I always start first.
Let Jake start.
Yeah, let Jake start.
Jake.
From State Farm.
I don't.
And he does own khakis.
I
And
do
a red
own
shirt.
khakis.
He's going to get a job at Target.
Welcome to Walmart. Get out. Go for it, Jake.
My scariest or craziest experience. I don't really know.
It's only an hour show.
I've got
Okay,
so many
next.
that are
Your
so
turn.
similar.
We're getting to your question too, Brittany.
My scariest, I believe, is when I was at MSP and I was down in 3D, which is the psych ward in, in Death Row. Is I was just standing there and all of a sudden I didn't know I was there until somebody touched my arm. Apparently I got jumped. And so it's like, okay, I'm not going to make this happen again.
Michelle. Scariest experience or freakiest experience? Craziest experience? What did you go through? Tell us. The world wants to know. Please jump in here and
It's
tell
only an
us
hour
at
show,
any
Bill.
time. Okay.
Okay, so, oh, yes. Nice one. But I gotta say,
She just said,
Brittany, you left? Why are you leaving? We didn't get to your question yet. Anyways, gosh, I would say when we were in Minnesota.
oh, yeah. That was.
One was terrifying and crazy because there was so much going on.
There was.
Yeah.
It seemed like every time I turned around, there was someone right there. It's really hard because the Sally House really got to me. The Sally House I can't go back to. And Dom was there with us in Minnesota. Yeah. And
At
Dom,
opening.
you pretty much know how crazy it was there. So if you've ever want to go on a crazy ghost hunt, definitely you need to go up to Minnesota.
Yeah.
What about you, Bill? Sally House Brick or Phantasm Face Edinburgh? Which one?
Oh, yeah.
I would put both up there for you.
Yeah. I'd agree.
Back when I was a young whippersnapper.
We only have an hour and we have water.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I mean, I've been scratched. I've had a brick thrown at my head. I've been pushed. I've been pulled on. I've been,
You've been
you name
punched, too.
it. It's your fault. Why are you playing the fiddle? It's always your fault. I'm
The
always with
violin,
you.
it's not a fiddle.
They're the
That's
same
one of these
thing.
things right here. Oh, I thought it was a tear, but it's just a little fiddle.
See what I have to put up with, y'all? See what I have to put up with? Daily basis. No, it would probably the one that got to me the most would not be the brick at the Sally House. It would be the little blonde girl that found the penny underneath the dirt
That's
coming up
Yeah.
the steps that handed it to me and said, "Here, it's been blessed. It's for you, Bill."
That's right.
That one was weird because that little girl freaked me the hell out.
Especially since she knew what was down there, and that's the freaky
She knew
part.
everything and anything
Yeah,
about
she
that
did.
house. Edinburgh?
What was Brittany's question?
Edinburgh, I gotta say, has it has its moments.
Yeah.
So Edinburgh, Carrie, was actually pretty interesting. Was the first time we had a big group that was able to pretty much feel and kind of see what happened. So we're down in the basement area heading towards the boiler room. We have Bill walking backwards, talking to the group. I'm walking with the group. And I had just told Bill, hey, Bill, there's a man standing next to you.
No, you said there's something in the room next to you.
That's a man.
Now, picture me walking backwards down a hallway with a bunch of people in front of me, and Michelle going, Bill, there's something in the room next to you. What do you do? What's the first thing everybody does? You got a
turn
flashlight,
around.
you look.
What?
You look.
Y'all, the only way I can explain this is if you ever look up that movie Phantasm, the guy
Number
2, 1, 2, 3, and 6, or whatever it is, and you
3.
look at the gentleman who's the Undertaker, that's what I saw. That's the only way I can describe him.
And the guy was way taller than Bill.
Oh my God.
too.
Well, you know,
Okay, we've got a new question, y'all, from Mr. Tristan.
do
ghosts
ghosts get
get
horny?
Yes. I'm just throwing that answer out there.
Okay.
Why not? Why wouldn't they?
Well, from
Well-
what you've been hearing from like the BBC, women are wanting to marry them because they're so
And they were-
great.
They're also wanting to have their babies.
How do you get child support from a ghost?
That I don't know. I don't think you could be able to do that. I don't think so. That'd be kind of hard to do.
You'd have a babysitter all the
Life
time. They're dead. What are they got to go
insurance
to?
I don't know if you could get a life insurance policy.
Hmm.
I don't know. Yeah.
A life insurance policy on a ghost?
Hey, that's what he asked.
Wouldn't that
Well,
be,
he thinks they get horny
wouldn't be a-
too.
Well,
Well, why wouldn't they?
wouldn't that be a death insurance policy? Because if you ever notice, life insurance is okay. If you die, why do they call it? Why not call it death insurance? It's death insurance. You died. You got insurance because you died. Now you're gonna have to life insurance to if it comes back to life.
And just think,
I
for
don't know.
every policy you get, you would actually get a container of vag powder. This way you can see where you've been.
What?
I mean, you hear stories all the time of
Thank you, Dana. That a lot of stories.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They get touched, they get groped.
Yep, they
But
do.
for me, that's all they are right now is stories.
That's because
Until
it hasn't happened to you
But
yet.
that's what I'm
again,
saying.
Everybody goes after the paranormal. And you know, and here's the thing.
It's true.
We all go running around in the dark looking for ghosts.
Yes, we
Right?
do.
Mhm.
Yep.
So who's to say if someone says that they're actually having a relationship with one or getting married or being touched?
Gives a
How
whole-
can
gives a
how
whole-
can we say it's not true? We're running around in the dark looking for
But there
it.
was at
I'm not saying
Edinburgh,
it's
there
not
was
true.
that one lady that did because Bill was down in the basement with her, and all of a sudden she's like, and she runs out of the building, and Bill goes after her, and it's like,
It gives
what
a-
is wrong?
it gives a
And
whole-
she goes, I just got groped all the way down inside my pants, and it scared the crap out of me. And other women are going, where was he at? Where was he at? I mean,
It gives
so
a-
technically, I guess the ghost could
it
reach
gives a whole
down
new
your pants.
it gives a whole new meaning to hey, I'd like you to meet my boo.
That was not so good, but good.
That is such a dad joke.
Hey, and so I gotta ask too, you know, we talk about this, you know, everybody's saying that how their life matters, this person's life matters. Do past lives matter?
Yes.
Yes,
Do you think we can rally for that? Because I think we should.
I agree with you.
I think that
Mhm.
should be a segment where past lives matter. I mean, we should respect
Your
them.
Honor, I would like to formally protest these living beings because past lives do matter. They're there, and if we don't honor the past lives, they'll go away, and then we won't have nothing to do.
Then we'll all be running around in the dark, still trying to find them.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. True.
Yeah,
True.
they're probably trying to find their past lives too.
Okay, so
I got questions.
as we move on, as we
I
move
held
on,
it in until I saw Bill look over.
I got
just
lots of
thought I'd-
questions.
I just thought
I
I'd
think
throw
the
that
water
in.
that's leaking into the studio is
Full of
gassy.
radon
and we're just
and pot.
we were trying to keep everything light tonight because it's been one of those days. Wow. Again, let's keep telling folks,
So-
keep sharing our events.
So we did have somebody that sent us a question earlier.
We did. We answered
When you
it.
no
right?
no this was way before, and the question was if you're doing these events all night, what do you do? How? So we go into locations with lots of people.
Okay.
We do our events with Ghost Hunts USA. We take people on tours of buildings. We go all over the place. What do we do, or how do you handle it when absolutely nothing is happening and you've got 30 people with you looking at you like going,
Put your right hand in, put your right hand out. You put your right hand in and you shake it all about.
Stephanie,
Hi,
save me.
Stephanie.
Save me, Stephanie.
So
please.
if nothing's
Oh my
going
God.
on, we start doing the hokey pokey.
But that is a good
Yeah.
question. What do we?
Well,
what? And there's not honestly.
here's the
That's
thing.
why I like during our opening, we're telling everybody there's nothing we can do. It's either
No.
going to happen or nothing's going to happen, and we're not going to fake this.
Well, and that's the thing. People are coming to
I'm
these
not a hooker.
events, and well, that's beside the point. But
Okay.
people come to these events. But if you're really wanting to know what it's like to go on a real ghost hunt,
Mm-hmm.
99% of the time you're sitting there in the dark by yourself with nothing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or that's when your head, everything starts messing with you, and you're thinking you're hearing stuff.
Yep.
So with the openings, like you said, we explain it to folks, but if you really are looking at doing anything of any kind of paranormal, it's pretty much always sitting around waiting.
You have
and
to be,
hoping.
Yeah.
and you have to psychologically be ready for that. You have to be mentally ready for that. And there's a physical piece of it going, oh my God, am I going to be able to stay awake for this? Because there are times when, we've all experienced it where you just,
Like Jake.
Jake leans up against a post and he goes to sleep. No, just kidding, Jake. Love you, man.
But I mean, it's true though. Like,
Yeah, but it's you have to physically be ready for that. And so what do you do physically to be ready for that? What do you guys do?
Drink a lot of monster drinks and coffee.
mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tell jokes.
Yeah.
One thing I like doing is, especially when we're all together, we cut up, we crack
Mhm.
jokes. We say weird things like, look at that beautiful moon on the highway. And it ends up being a Denny
Denny
sign.
sign.
Well, things like that happen.
Yeah.
But I think that's
I
when you're
want
keeping-
everybody
frequency
to
higher.
send a message in and ask Michelle about chasing the red light in Gettysburg.
But anyway,
Yeah.
She's going to tell you the story, not tonight, because I want you guys to ask, and then next time we're on, we'll get her to say it live.
But,
Or when we learned not to lock doors.
yeah, because
Oh,
if you
yeah.
lock
How
the
are you
door,
gonna get in?
but that keeps your frequency and your energy level higher.
Yeah.
Well,
And
okay.
that brings more of that in, so.
Do you believe that when the group has more energy, the possibility of something happening? Is there a difference when the group is just
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
or
Yeah.
is there more
Yes.
energy?
Yes.
Well, when you're joking with everybody and you get
Nice one,
everybody
Dom.
laughing and everything, then that brings up the energy, and there's more energy and everything
Mhm.
like that, and so that helps.
Well, it does. It helps a lot because if your energy level and your frequency is so much lower, I wouldn't want to walk up next to you. So
Yeah.
a spirit, they go for light. They go for all of that kind of stuff.
Brittany!
Hey, Brittany Wendling had joined us. Woo woo.
What up?
But you have to have those different types of energies because that's what is good. Yes.
No, I
So, again, why we have everybody's attention for right now. Earlier, we have put up 2 links. We have 2 big events happening. The first one is March 30th at Farrar, the study hall. And if you start sharing it on your page and let us know you're sharing it, we're going to put your name in a drawing, and you can actually, again, one of our
they can't hear you through the t-shirt.
great shirts. But I want them to see the shirt.
Well, you could have me hold it up.
But also, April 13th, an amazing event at the McInerney Villa. I
Yeah.
cannot wait. If you share that link also, we will put you in that drawing. If anyone buys a ticket from the shared link off of your page, your name will be put in a special drawing for a surprise basket.
And again,
gift
we all just
bag.
learned about this gift bag tonight.
But that's okay. It'll be
we don't know.
nice.
That means it's going to be a surprise to us.
But also too, on March 30th, we do have a raffle not raffle, but
Oh, it'd be part of the raffle.
yeah, a raffle. That's
Door
gonna-
prizes.
for
Door
door
prizes,
prizes.
yeah.
There we go.
And
So
a
if you
surprise
buy
event.
your ticket ahead of time, and you can also buy it at the door, they'll go into a hat or whatever, and then
Yes.
we'll draw the names, and then we have another surprise that we're going to do too. So,
Surprise.
which will involve 3 guests.
Dana?
Dana.
Dana, we'll let you do it, but Dom can't be part of the drawing.
No, Dana can't. Dana's part of our team.
Yeah, Dana can't.
Dana and Dom cannot. They're
No,
part of the
they're
team.
part of our
They're part of the
I'm trying to
family.
get her to sell more tickets. Be quiet for a minute. Else you didn't let me finish.
Oh, it's okay, but we do have prizes for them too.
Yeah,
Because everybody,
What?
we're always
we
talking
can't
about
tell
Dana.
you what's in the basket. That's a surprise.
Stuff.
It's just going to be a lot of nice stuff.
If you
Mhm.
join us on March 30th at Farrar, everybody will actually get to meet Dom and Dana because
They
they'll
will.
be joining us.
Yay!
So you guys will all be able to say hello to them, and you can call them names, whatever you want to. It'd be a free game.
So, let's see.
Bill said yes. Bill said it.
Let's
Okay,
see.
Bill said it.
What else is out there that I can ask you guys? And Jake needs to jump in more.
Yeah, don't put your head on your hands, Jake,
So,
because you'll fall asleep.
I'm doing that so I'm closer to the microphone.
And on that MSP event, if there's still tickets available for this MSP
Yes.
event,
Yep.
go to Ghost Hunts USA and you can buy tickets. That's Missouri State Penitentiary down in Jefferson City, Missouri. Beautiful, beautiful home. Somebody's home. But
Penitentiary.
Jake is making his maiden voyage with Ghost Hunts USA
That's
as a
true.
team member.
That
Welcome.
is
Yeah.
true.
So Jake will be there.
Sorry, Dom.
You know, we're Jake's coming. It's also it's his first time down at MSP, so
Mhm.
he gets to experience the new realm
Uh,
of unknown.
yeah.
Well, only thing stopping you, Dom, is time
Dom.
and space, and Dana.
Yeah. And Dana. Don't worry, Dom. You'll be going to Missouri State Penn soon too. Just
Yeah.
hang on. We got you back.
So, Jake, what do you think your expectations of Missouri State Penn might be?
I don't want to have too much of stuff I've heard from you guys and other people that have been there going on in my brain. And right now, that's what I'm trying to do is get away from all of that because I want to have my own authentic experiences. But with that, knowing it was a penitentiary and knowing that it's referred to as the bloodiest 47 acres, it comes with its own kind of personality, I guess, for lack of a better term. There are certain expectations that you would expect it to be a little bit more active. You'd expect it to be maybe a little bit more surprising, those kinds of things. So that's what I'm looking forward to most is being able to, one, have my own stories from there like you all have, but also just to kind of get my own impression of the place instead of taking everybody's word for it, but
Right.
kind of experiencing it for myself.
Like we've been
and-
lying to him this whole
Well,
time.
it's not that, but it's all about perception. The way
Sandy,
you guys
what's
perceive it
happening?
one way, I
You
might
want
perceive it a
to-
different
Yeah,
way.
no,
Exactly,
that's
yeah.
true. That's true. Sandy, did you already buy your tickets for March 30th? Because if you did, that means you got 3 free raffle tickets for actually buying it ahead of time. And that means more prizes for you.
And we
Yeah.
keep talking about this event on March 30th. That is actually at the Farrar School
Mhm.
here in
Yes.
Iowa.
Yes, it is.
So different location for people who haven't been there. We've had a few. We've had what 4 events there now that we've been part of.
Yes, I
yeah,
think
I think
so.
so.
And it's always something's always
There's always something different.
yep. So
When being there, I mean, there's been different experiences for a lot of people. Some have it, some don't, but then there's some that had it worse than others, and so it's
good,
yeah.
Sandy. It's nice to hear. Get those tickets. You get 3 chances.
And those 3 chances, not just for the door prizes, but we're also going to be doing some experiments at Farrar. So you're going to be in part of the drawing to be part of our experiments that we're
Yep.
doing.
So these are experiments. I'm not going to give anything away, but these are experiments that, as a group, we've never done. As individuals, we've actually never done. We've come close on a few of them, but we've never done this as a whole like this. This is something
Right.
brand new that we've never tried.
So he's saying we're using everyone buying tickets as bait. So
Yeah.
so you're buying tickets to become
Basically.
our bait.
Well, and you know what? The best part about it's going to be is
We're
the
gonna-
experience that they're going to get out of the deal
Oh,
too.
yes.
We're all going to.
Oh, my God.
We're
Oh, yeah.
excited. We've been working on this, so it's gonna be great. That's why we said so. If you buy your tickets ahead of time for Farrar, you actually will be getting the 3 raffles tickets
Yeah.
because that's 3 chances. Oh my
But
gosh.
also too, if you don't buy your tickets then and you buy it at the door, you still get a chance to get a ticket then too.
Don't worry, Dom.
But
We're going to use you as bait
You don't
too.
get the 3.
That's right. Hi,
Hi,
Julie.
Julie.
What's going on?
Is Ethan with you also? So we have our junior investigator, Ethan,
Mhm.
and we have sent him some, recordings and stuff like that. He's been actually doing really good. I'm sending him these
Yep.
recordings to listen to. He doesn't know what's on there. And then, Julie comes and lets me know what he says he hears.
Awesome.
And he has got an amazing ear for that. So we know that if his mom, Julie, says something, he
Mhm.
should be hearing her.
Dom, we're about 2 hours from Farrar.
Yeah.
Oh, he's there.
Hi,
Hi,
Ethan.
What's up, Ethan?
And I know that Lynn is not on here tonight. Let's see here. Can you put me on the comments?
Yeah.
Maybe we can see if I can get her name up. It doesn't come up like that. Okay. Well, Lynn, they're also follow us too, and have been to
What's
Farrar.
her last name?
And today is her birthday, so she's probably out with her husband.
Oh, okay.
So
That's when you were talking about
Yeah.
earlier today.
Well,
Try
happy.
the at symbol
so
in front of her name. That might bring it up.
No, sometimes you have to type the whole one.
which is okay. But yeah, so
Dom, give us a call. We'll talk about that. We will definitely talk about that.
So it's Lynn Salvador.
Oh, doesn't go up like that.
Yeah.
Send her a message.
We just want to let her know that all of us here at R.I.P. want to wish her a very, very happy
Happy
birthday.
Happy
So-
birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Which one was Lynn? Was the nice young lady in the hallway that left her husband and her
Yep.
son?
Yes.
Screaming.
That
And,
was it.
and they were at Farrar with us also.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, with
they're-
you guys. We were on vacation.
Yeah,
Yep.
Oh,
but
that's
they were
right.
with us, but we had a good time with them. And kind of miss them, but we should be seeing them on some of our events too.
Yep.
They're a lot of fun. And they're from Minnesota too.
Whoop whoop. All right, ready for the
That's
next
Dom's
question?
one.
I
What's the
know.
next
I'm
question?
gonna run
That's
right
why
down.
I said it before him.
I'm
All
gonna,
right, Kelly.
I'm
your
gonna,
turn.
I'm gonna run right down the line. Kelly, you gonna start this one.
What are we doing?
What is your favorite piece of equipment to use on an investigation?
Oh my goodness.
It's only an hour show.
I know.
Okay.
I know. The Phasma box, I like using that a lot. I haven't been using it a lot lately, but when I do, I like using that one. Yeah.
Jake?
Mine's really down to 2. Phasma box is certainly one of the top, but also the SLS camera.
Oh yeah.
Now, there's a lot of things about how the SLS camera works or doesn't work or whatever, and that's beside the point. But as long as I'm not running into walls,
That's true.
I should be good with the SLS.
Michelle?
Yeah.
I forget to use the equipment.
She forgets to turn on the recorder, the video camera, the
It's true.
equipment, everything.
She
Why
does.
my favorite piece of equipment to use at a hunt
It's Michelle.
is Michelle.
Bill. Bill.
Oh, we're going to have to turn down for
No,
just
you're
a
good.
moment.
All right, give us
just
just a
minute.
minute. We're gonna do some sucking.
And we're back.
back.
Why are we yelling at everybody?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
why
I
are
was
you
trying to
guys
just say, and
yelling?
we're back. You wanted
Listen,
to jump
we got
in here.
comments. Stay on it, comment man.
Listen.
Don't got access to my.
Computer at the moment.
Oh,
okay.
Okay. Dom's going to share that all out there with us. So, again, we want to apologize to everybody. We are having some water issues because of all the lovely rain we're having, and we keep losing people. They keep dropping out. But I wish you guys would come back. We are having issues with rain, so we have to keep vacuuming up water that's leaking in. So, and yes, we're sitting around a bunch of electronics playing with water.
Well, if we can run around in the dark and chase a ghost, I think we can sit in water and electricity. We're
No,
wild
that's
and
not
crazy.
how that works.
What is one thing you wish our guests would not do while on a paranormal investigation?
Whisper.
That's right.
Mhm.
That drives me crazy when they whisper, because I have been in the van on the way home and we've heard the whispers
Yeah.
and we're thinking it's something and it's not. And we ask them, not to whisper,
Right.
but then you still hear. That is the only thing that I think bothers me, because I love being around all those people. I like having fun with them, but the whispering is my biggest thing.
Yeah, I agree with you there. It is. I mean, you're especially when you got a recorder, you're trying to record and then you hear, like you said, and and also too, talking being annoying, and so many. Yes, that is true too. There are some that do, because they keep talking and talking, and then you're trying to do your investigation, you're trying to say this and you're trying to do everything, and all of a sudden you've got these people who are over talking you, and you're trying to, which isn't fair to the rest of the guests. So, but yeah, yep, I agree.
How often do you, let me rephrase this. Do you feel, yeah, you're right, Sandy, it is. New people that'll come out there and do it thinking they have to be quiet.
That's
And
true.
I would rather them, if they're going to make a comment, like, what we always tell people, that you may be sitting there going, did you see that?
Mhm.
Don't do it that way. Look at them and go, does everybody see that in front of me or in front of us? Is anybody seeing
Right.
that? Because you might have somebody sitting next to you or standing next to you that's petrified, and they just want that acknowledgement of exactly what they're seeing, and they're waiting for you or someone else to acknowledge it
Yeah.
at the same time.
But we also tell them, if you do see something, if you hear something, please let us know.
Oh my gosh, please do. Because we need maybe madam.
Okay.
We may need to point the camera in the other direction, in a direction that you're looking.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So,
Or if you don't have the camera, then thank you. Then the recorder, because we could have it in one area, and then you hear something, and we go, okay, what did you hear? And then we can go over in that area.
Or EMF detectors, even.
That's true.
what is the? Let's talk about Missouri State Pen for a minute.
Okay.
What is the scariest experience that you've had at Missouri State Pen? Anybody? Jake's already had an experience there and hadn't even been there.
I know one that I had is when I was down in 3D, which is over in the psych ward. Excuse me, on death row, as we were getting ready to leave to go up the stairs, and all of a sudden I saw something run by me that was all black, and I'm like, what was that? And come to find out, it was a crawler. And boy, them buggers can go fast too. What?
Speaking of crawlers,
Oh, speaking of crawlers, yeah, there's.
And that was like just right on point. Thank you, Sandy. I was
Yeah.
going to say the dungeon. I end up there a lot, which I'm not complaining.
Yes,
Not
she
really.
is. That's all she
No,
does is
actually,
complains about it. That's
the
all she
dungeon's
does.
fine.
Just explains.
But the stuff that happens there, because they actually do come right up to my face.
Yeah.
you know, it's just kind of one of those things about, I don't know. It's hard to explain because the way I experience something is different from everybody else.
True.
That's why I don't use a lot of electronics, and I forget because I sometimes forget that I assume everybody can see.
Yeah.
And so when you're seeing something on that last moment, some of it is painful. Other ones, I will tell you, it does scare the bejesus out of me. But the dungeon,
Well,
yeah.
you see them the way they are when they died. You don't see them in this really nice dress or nice suit or whatever. You see them as if they got shot in the side of the head. That's how you see them.
Yeah, it's not a lot of fun at times.
She sees a lot of dead people.
Kind of, yeah.
Too easy to make comments there. I honestly say that I would have to agree with everybody that with you, Michelle, that the dungeon was one of the most freakiest locations. Was my very first EVP experience was
Yeah.
with Beth down
Oh, yeah.
there.
That's right.
She had, when you do an EVP, you ask a question, wait 10 or 15 seconds, ask another question, wait 10 or 15, then ask a third question. On an average, that's what we do when we're on a hunt. We want to see if we can get a response. And when she plays that back, and she actually still has the recording, which is awesome to hear. When she played it back, it was her three questions were, how long have you been down here? What was your job in the prison? And how long were you in prison? Or no, did you die in prison? You can hear her say, how long have you been down here? And then you can't hear her ask any more questions because it just starts, it's like a muffled scream, guttural scream. And it's it made you cold inside to listen to it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, knowing the backstory of how the prisoners used to treat each other, when a prisoner was a snitch, the other prisoners knew if they put a mark on the prisoner that the guards could see, they'd be in trouble. But if they were a snitch, they'd take them down there, pull their tongue out, and kick the bottom of their jaw until they bit their own tongue off.
Ooh.
If you've ever listened to someone who's unfortunately had cancer and had their tongue removed, when they try to talk, that's what it sounds like. It's kind of a guttural groan.
Yes, Sandy, you're right. The total blackness in the dungeon cells is very unnerving.
I guess, and my other experience down there was one of the last times we were down there when we hadn't been there for a while, and it was last year.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
We opened building 4, and I swear to God, I got a hug.
Yes.
Yep.
And it was like, welcome back. I was like, let go of me, please. And it just froze me in my place. I can't remember who was walking with me.
Let me.
No,
And-
you were by yourself. You went by yourself.
No, we were right behind him.
Oh, yeah,
he
because we
started-
went right in right
who was
after him.
it
That's
that-
right.
What's her name? Opened the door for us.
Sheila?
Short, little, tiny
Jenny?
Jenny. Because
Okay.
she saw it. She goes, "Are you okay?" And I went, "I think I just got a hug." She goes, "Oh, they love their Bill." I was like, they can keep away from Bill. I didn't say it out loud. It was on my mind. One of them to come
But they
back.
do know when we come into building 4, though. We can tell that they know that we're back.
And I got to tell you guys, if you haven't been, I know we talk about Missouri State Pen a lot, but I think it's one of those places that you can actually go to, and each different building, you're going to experience something
Yes.
different.
Yes.
You know, you're going to either feel like the anger, or you're going to feel sorrow, or you're going to feel confusion, you know. And then when you go to the gas chamber, even when you're walking to the gas chamber itself, I get, I just overcome with different things.
It is.
It's almost like you start feeling like you are going there, you
You're
know,
right.
and then, so that's why I talk a lot about Missouri State Pen, because you are able to experience all these different
and not just that. If you talk to some of our guests, some of our guests don't get anything while they're there, and they
No, they
understand that.
don't.
They understand they're not going to hear anything. They may hear something, but they're not quite sure what it is, and they try to debunk it. I think that's awesome. That's one of the best things anybody can do, is debunk something.
Mhm.
Because if you can't physically prove what it was, well, there's kind of only one other piece. But if you talk to the people and listen to the way they talk about, I did not know the history of this, and to put the history with the unknown of the spiritual side of it, it gives them an experience of something they didn't know. No, that long walk that they used to bring them down to go to the gas chamber. We walked the same path that they used to walk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Walk them down the same steps.
Mhm.
Learning about the large fire in Missouri State Pen that almost, killed hundreds of people.
Woo,
Uh-oh.
Sandy.
Whoop,
Nice job, Sandy.
Whoop, whoop.
Are any of you pagan by
yes.
chance?
Yes, I am. Yep.
Okay,
That's
that's it.
That's it?
Yeah,
It was
Yes, Jake is.
Okay, maybe, yes, Jake is. We take him to lots of places because of that.
Yep, we do.
Mhm.
He's our little witchy witch.
We found him in a ditch, crying. His fur was all matted down. Took him home, brushed him, cleaned him up.
Is that what that was?
I am so excited to be able to see you again, Sandy. It's been a long time.
So yeah,
Yeah.
it's just
3 tickets for Sandy.
3 tickets.
Yes,
3
definitely.
Now won 3 chances to be in one of the most awesome experiences you'll ever have. We hope.
She's
Wow.
gonna be with us. That's the
Yeah.
experience.
So no, there is, and a lot of times it's a history piece of it.
Yeah.
And I do say that if you're going to do Missouri State Pen, if you can get down there during the day and take the tour during the day,
Yeah.
it actually enlightens you and opens your mind up about a little bit more of what might happen or what you could be going through.
That's true. Because we've had guests that have done that, and they say, "Oh, we were in here earlier with the tour and got the history, and now they're here."
Yeah.
Excuse me. Yeah, we did have been in the dungeon. We did have a guest that did get groped down there one time and scared the
Jake, I think that question's for you.
What path you follow?
I would say it's most eclectic, but if it was to follow or be more closely aligned to one path, it would be Wiccan. But definitely eclectic. I take a little bit from all sorts of different paths and kind of do my own thing with it.
It's one thing we've always preached. Find your own path. Find your own way of doing things. Figure out what you want to do, when you want to do it, and try something new. Don't be afraid to get outside. Jake, you and I have talked about this several times on other shows, but don't be afraid to try something that you might think is a little crazy. I still want to try the cat experiment.
Well, I like it that our team is so diverse in this because I'm like with Sandy. I honor all the paths. I don't go by one religion. When I do certain things, I do call on the angels a lot, but then I also call on the ancestors. I do call on God and goddesses. I call on different, things, for that situation. And like when Jake is with us, I might go do one thing and him come from a different direction and to see, because when it comes to helping someone, especially when we do a lot of these private homes, we try to honor what they believe in.
Yeah.
But at the same time, sometimes that doesn't work. So we actually want to, make sure we use all of it.
Yep.
Because you're not just going to be able to get something from just one.
True.
It all come together and then it becomes a powerful force.
Yeah.
Because when you bring in goddesses with the archangels, you guys better watch out because things are about to rock. And I call in on the goddesses and I call in on the archangel. I call Michael to protect me and then start calling in everyone else. And then if we really need help, which we did when we were in Sally House, I called on the ancestors and everybody to come to help because that's what we needed.
Yes, we did.
So how long, and since this is a Q&A where we want you guys to send in questions to us. If you have any questions for the group or for one individual, please type your question, let us know. We'll try to get it answered for you. But how long have you guys, have each one of you been interested in the paranormal?
I have been for a very long time. I really don't have a number.
It's
always been an interest. I think it was a confusion when I was younger. And then as you're getting older, it became. So I feel, I think a really long time without saying any ages. Thanks, Bill.
I didn't ask your age.
Well, when you start giving numbers of how long
She's
you've been in the
76
drama,
years old.
That's true. Yeah, I'm the same way. I mean, I've known about things and stuff. For some reason, I knew something was going to happen, but I didn't know when. And then a week
Okay.
or so later, it happened. So yeah, it's been for a long time.
About you, Jake?
I would say for a long time as well. It really started probably late elementary school, so 9, 10, and then into teenage years, and it just kind of grew from there. But part of that's because I was terrified as a child from everything scary, so I kind of didn't really pay much attention to it.
Thank you.
She's had a lot of work done.
It's that, that love affair I'm having with the ghosts.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah.
why my skin looks so good.
All
So
that,
they
all
say it's
that
good for the
stuff
face.
that she puts on
Oh,
there,
it's
that
good for your
comes, and it
skin.
just goes all over her face. Oh my gosh, I love
Thanks,
this.
Dom.
Gives a whole new meaning to the word ectoplasm.
It does work if we bottle that stuff up, right?
Oh heavens, yes, that would be great.
You guys use divination tools to help in research.
That's on you, Jake.
Not really in research. What I have been interested to do is I really want to scry on an investigation. I have done some tarot card readings before we really jump into an investigation, just to get a feel for what's going to happen, but nothing as far as trying to get answers or anything like that. But I would like to try scrying on an investigation. I think that'd be really cool.
I think that would be cool.
Hi, Tina.
So, can you explain what scrying is?
Scrying is it's a way of kind of looking in at your, well, there's different ways. There's one way of looking at it, which is looking at your unconscious mind, and so the things that you're aware of subconsciously, and bringing that to your conscious mind. And then there's the other side of it, which can be a lot of the predicting the future, or if you're trying to make a decision. For example, you could use tarot cards and you could say, well, what can I expect if I choose to go this way? And then it gives you a series of things that might happen, or that you could happen if you went one way versus another. As far as scrying goes, for me, I use that more for the whole predicting the future, for lack of a better term, just kind of to get a sense of what to expect for those kinds of things. I'd be interested to use that for an investigation, just because it does open the door, and it makes it easier for anyone that might be there to come through and communicate, and so you can use it that way as well, which is what I would use it for on an investigation. But just in my personal use, it's just been for more of
Cool.
getting answers.
I call spirit, and I ask spirit, which
Can't
way
call
should I
dibs
go?
on a spirit.
I didn't
No,
say call
that's a
dibs.
general term.
It's a general term, but every time I go in, even like when I'm at MSP and stuff like that, when I'm about to go to the dungeon, I do ask spirit where would be this best place for me to speak of certain things. And you'll notice when I start bringing people in, there'll be a certain corner or something that I pick, and it's always somewhere different. So I do actually love, calling on spirit to do that. And I do that on all the investigations we go on. And I talk to them when we go and help with the private ones too, to kind of guide me. What am I about to walk into?
Right.
So I've been doing a lot of that.
Yep, you're exactly right. Scrying is just another form of divination, just like tarot cards, or using a spirit board as well.
That's very correct too.
Awesome. All right, let's see. What else can I ask you guys that'll embarrass you? I mean, get information out there.
No one leave us. Give us about 2 minutes, because we got to get some of this water. He's been holding off pretty long for us, so we're about to shut down. Keep asking questions. We can type questions, our answers back to you.
Yep, we'll be right. We're going to stay here. Just won't be able to hear us. We'll be right back, though. And we're
We're
back.
back.
We're back.
All right, so we had a few questions here. I'm going to jump back up here a little bit. Jake, I think a couple of these are for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the
Do you-
first.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Asking if we use deities to help open up communications to the underworld. I have in the past. It's not something I do all the time, at least not at a location. I might do it before we leave to go somewhere, but I have called upon deities before at the location. It's just something I don't like to do at locations just because you never know how people involved with that location might feel about those kinds of things. But I have called upon Anubis and Osiris, both from the Egyptian pantheon.
So, as one of the other questions, as far from experiences, what are your take in the afterlife? Spirits and entities. Anyone? What's your take on it?
My take on
We
it?
obviously all believe in them.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
yeah.
yeah.
But is there a difference between a spirit and an entity?
Yes.
What's the difference?
Spirits are, how do I explain that?
What's an entity? Anybody?
Collection of energy or grouping of energy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So think of it like this. All spirits are entities, but not all entities are spirits.
Correct.
Correct.
Some are human form, some
Right.
are not from Earth.
That's how I was
spirits.
trying.
So you've met my family. Okay.
So there is kind of a difference because when and you think about it, everything we work with is with energies too. We have different types of frequencies that we talked about. We, like we were talking about the diamond effect, you got the top part of the frequency that is, would be like your archangels, your goddesses, your ancestors.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the second layer, which is kind of like us, the humans, where, we go up and down with frequencies and energies. Well, the
Yeah.
spirits do too.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have some of the darker entities that are more on the lower part because they feed off of low frequencies, low, energies and things like that. So it all has to do with those types of energies, frequency, whatever you would like to call it. So
Thanks, Dom.
So what was
if Tina, if you're still out there, do you have a question for us? Or Brittany or Tristan? Any questions
Anybody?
at all?
What do you guys do to get ready mentally before you do? And I'm not talking about a private hunt because we don't really want to jump into anybody's private business.
Right.
But even for a larger hunt, what do you do to get yourself ready to go into a situation, into an investigation?
Well, we usually
Eat.
Eat. Yeah, that's true.
I do
Yeah.
eat, and I
Yeah.
eat a little bit more before I go. For some
Yeah.
reason, keeps my energy going up.
Yep.
And I do meditate a little.
Yep.
And I do, like I said, I talk to spirit. And,
Wrong.
and
You know what they
everybody.
do? I'm going to tell you exactly what they do. They sit in the vehicle and they sleep because
Excuse me?
hold on. Okay, not everybody.
Hey, I've been doing better.
Okay, so I get this, Bill, we're going here, which usually means, Bill, you're driving us here. And that's what happens. Bill drives them there.
But we actually,
No, I'm
we
kidding.
actually build up a lot of energy before
Yeah.
we go. We sing, we're crazy, but that's how we work. We kind of build that up around
Yeah.
us.
We need to do
And
all.
that's a lot of our protection too. And yes, you are right. We all talked around in a circle. Spirits were human and entities were never humans.
True.
Kind of where I was going, but I
Yeah.
just took the long way around.
Yeah.
Thank you for straight to the point because
So here's what we're going to
awesome.
do. On what day are we leaving to go down to Missouri? The 8th?
Yes.
It'll be in the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
It'll probably be about 1:00 when we leave, right? In the afternoon on that day, on that Friday?
No.
No, we'll probably be
about
leaving by before
noon.
12.
Okay, so say, you know what? Watch out for it because what I'm going to do is I'm going to set my phone up and we're going to go live from the vehicle. And I'm just going to leave it on live and y'all hear. This is what we do to get ready for a paranormal investigation. I set y'all up.
Thanks.
We will be there.
That also means you set yourself up too.
We do ground ourselves
Yes,
as
we
much as
do.
possible. What's the
Definitely.
okay?
Mhm.
What is the for each one of you? What do you believe is one of the fastest and easiest ways to ground yourself?
Hug a tree. Barefooted.
Okay, Kelly.
Yeah, having my bracelets and my tourmaline.
For me, it's just breathe, right? Deep
Yeah.
breaths. That's the best way for me to start that process.
But then again, I'm the grounder for everybody else. So
Mine is really simple. Just clear my mind. Clear every thought out of my mind for as long as I possibly can before we know that the craziness is about to start. And have fun.
Mhm.
I gotta say, hug a tree. Barefooted.
You already said that.
I'm gonna say it again. Hug a tree. Barefooted.
yep,
Best therapy in the world.
because
Best
you're
therapy.
grounded, because you're
And when we're at Farrar and you join us, we will be hugging a tree because there is a
Mhm.
sacred tree there, and everybody's going to understand what I'm talking about when you
Mhm.
hug a tree.
There's some energy coming off that tree.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
We might not be barefooted at that point because it's only March 30th. It might still be really cold,
yeah,
but we're hugging a tree.
yes, we are.
So we've been on for a little over an hour now. So we're
Yes.
getting ready to cut this off. We want to thank everyone for being here and being here with us. I do want to do a couple shout outs real fast. Number one being to all the men and women out there that are serving in the United States military, whether it's the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, National Guard, reservists, whatever you're in. Thank you for everything you do each and every day. From the veterans here to the families of the veterans here, because that's what we are all here on this panel right now. Thank you for everything you do. And to all the veterans out there that have served, that gave their time. Thank you very much for your service and giving to a great nation so we can sit here and do something like this. Thank you guys very
We got
much.
another comment.
I know. Oh, another one.
You got two?
No, let's. Sandy says she stands on the ground. Imagine
Yes.
a tree with the roots growing deep in the ground. That is awesome.
Yeah,
Yes.
So
that's another way to do it. Yeah,
I also think we need to throw another shout out there for people that do not get the credit that credit is deserved. And that's to those snowplow drivers that are running around out there right
yeah.
now dealing with all this stuff across the United States.
Yes.
yes,
So
And also for our men and women in uniform, like all police officers,
Mhm.
our firefighters.
our EMTs,
They're
our
out driving
paramedics.
in this
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
When we're not supposed to be on the road, they're out there. So
Thank
yeah,
you.
thank you for your service, Eldon.
I just want to, thank everybody that joins us on here on live. I get excited when we find out you come to some of the events and things like that. I can't wait to see everybody.
No kidding.
Yeah,
Now-
it's going to be great to see everybody again.
So you know about the challenge that's out there. Share the events coming up. You'll get your name and you'll could win a prize. You didn't know that. You never know. And whatever Michelle's got for other than the T-shirt, the special surprise. But I want to put a question out and pose something to everyone real quick before we go. If there's a topic or something you'd like us to discuss as a panel, please let us know. Send us a private message. Put it on our Facebook saying, hey, we want to hear you guys talk about this, this, and this. We'd like to know what you guys want to talk about, so it gives us more of a chance to bring to light what you guys want to know. Even if it's something that sounds minuscule or minor that you're like, I don't know if I really want to just bring it up, because you don't know the answer until you ask the question. So
And we will be live next Saturday at 7 p.m. So you've
Yep.
got till next Saturday to put some of those questions up there.
definitely.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining us tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you guys very much.
Thank
And
you.
the only thing we got left to say is we'll see you in,
In
the,
the
dark.
dark.
Bye. Bye, Felicia.
Bye.
See you, Marge.